Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. You can see here with me pretty cute 4-wheel drive 99 Taco. It's actually growing on me. I'm looking at it as nice wheels, right? Somebody was driving it really hard, I will say. I think it's a truck which is being driven on the dirt roads. But I started really liking it. It's a manual, so it's really nice clutch action. It's very easy to deal with the clutch, right? 5-speed manual. It's pretty cool. It has a small 4-cylinder 2.7 liter, right? 3ZEFE, right? Am I right? So it's a cute truck. I fixed. You saw that crazy problem with that rear U-joint. So that's all fixed. I couldn't film that for you. That was hard job because it was all rusted in. But I will continue with maintenance. And the owner asked for front diff, rear diff and transfer case. So we can do together the rear diff. And yes, as you guessed, right? I said driven hard. So you see all that dust. Yes, you are right. The breather valve was completely wrapped. There was no way to move it, right? It was covered. All that dirt is in my garbage can. It was covered. I was showing it to the owner, right? He had no clue that there is a breather valve on it. So we already did that with him when I was showing him around. So let's go and replace that gear oil in this rear diff. And of course, when it's so dirty, right, I will not start with removing this filler plug. I will first clean it. So I will use some nice steel brush, right? And I will clean around this area where I will be working, because I don't want to introduce any of that dust and dirt inside of the differential, right? It will be a pointless then doing maintenance when I will let this stuff go in. And what I didn't show you yet is the drain plug. That's right here. Both of them are 24mm sockets, right? So you need a large socket for this job. And I'm cleaning around this drain plug again as much as I can to keep the dust and dirt away from this whole unit. And only after that I switched my gloves to rubber ones. I will remove that garbage can, right? And I can bring my used oil catching pan right here, and I can start opening that drain plug. Did I get you? I said I will start with opening the drain plug. Well, some of you are immediately screaming, no, 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 no. First you have to make sure this can be cracked open, right? Because if you can't open this and you will drain all the oil, you will be in trouble. So I have a half drive here, right? These are always very, very tight. Now let's see how tight is this filler. I don't want to rip this truck off the lift. It will fall off. That's how, but you can see how tight it is. Finally it gave, right? And now, if I can even remove it from, it's stuck on that bolt. So I tighten it all the way. Finally it gave, and I know I will be able to fill this diff, right? If I loosen the drain, so we can remove it actually, we can see if it's overflowing. Look, so it was filled correctly or a little bit overfilled, but the flow is very small, so I will say it was pretty okay. Here is the detail of the filler plug with the crusher washer, which should be replaced, right? So you can see the filler has no magnet. The drain one on the bottom, we should find a magnet on it, which will help us to see the condition of the whole diff. This one I just cracked open. This one was actually torqued correctly. It wasn't stuck at all. So let's see, can you see? Actually you can. The camcorder is in the right place. I will remove this one. Oops! Oh, that didn't go well. And everything is draining. Perfect. And here I will use the chance before touching it to show you that magnet, right? And the shavings which are nicely held on it. Let me use the shop towel. Look at it. Now it's in the towel. But you still see them. Is it? Yeah, now it's, you see the magnetism middle, but you still see these shavings as I keep wiping them off. So there was a minimum, I will say, of shavings. Sometimes there is like, you know, little half ball on it, but this shows me that this was done not too long time ago. The owner bought this truck recently, so he wanted to make absolutely sure everything is perfect. That's why I'm doing this service. So I will keep cleaning it with the brush, right? So I have it perfectly ready to put it back. And here you can see it, how it's supposed to look after it's cleaned. When it stops dripping, right, I'm ready to put that plug back, preferably with that new crusher washer. And the torque for this, if you look in the repair manual, factory repair manual, it's 49 Newton meters. And that means it really needs to be nice and snug, that this doesn't open somewhere, right, and gets loose. So this is just perfect. Now, what gear oil belongs in it and how much? So if you look in the manuals, there's supposed to be either SAE 90 or SAE 80W or SAE 80W 90. That has a widest range of temperatures, and it's a GL5. And now how much belongs inside, right? Well, that varies depending if it's two-wheel drive, if it's four-wheel drive, or which engine you have, and also on the wheelbase. Fortunately, you don't have to remember that. You will just start filling it until it will start flowing out. And when that happens, you know you have a correct fill and you can close it. For this rear differential, I will be using the one with the widest range, which is that 80W90. This one, which I have with the pump here, I would love to use it, but it's full synthetic 75W90. So I will go back to the small bottles and start using those. So this is what you can get in the store. This one came from O'Reilly, I believe, right? SAE 8W90 GL5, you see it. You just open the top, there is always seal. This one was already opened and used. And here it's so much space around this differential. The rear one, it's very easy to do that. You will cut this tip off, right? When you have a new one, take your utility knife cut that tip off, do some kind of reasonable opening, and you are ready to start filling it in. Just showing to you what you will be probably doing if you want to do it yourself. So I have it here. Now I just start squeezing it in, right? Oh, that wasn't me. That was the bottle, I swear. And oh yeah, it does all these funny noises. And I can tell you, you will need approximately 2.7 quarts, right? So if you want to do it yourself, buy 3 of those and you should be okay. You should be not needing to drive back to the store because you ran short. As I said, you can see there's plenty of space here, right, for me to let that gear oil in that rear diff. And it actually starting coming very slowly after pouring 2.5 of these. And that means that I can bring this plug back with the new pressure washer and torque it to the same spec, right? Like the one on the bottom. I believe we said 49 Newton meters, right? So here you got it. It's pretty easy, don't you think? I believe everybody can do it with little oil catching pan. Just make sure you are on the leveled ground, right? So that level of the gear oil is measured correctly. And it's all done perfectly. Of course, now I need to clean up. I will not leave this on the diff housing. I'll make it as clean and dry as possible. But it really means I'm done. The breather, right, it's perfectly loose. So this whole unit can operate correctly again. So thanks for watching and coming to my channel, and make sure you are subscribed. I will always have more videos coming your way. See you later, my friend.